We came for the fall colors, but New Hampshire completely exceeded our expectations. Join us as we explore breathtaking mountains, scenic drives, and unforgettable surprises around every turn. There's a reason it's called the Granite State, but the answer might surprise you. Before we hit the road, let's find out why. Our journey starts in the heart of the White Mountains, where New Hampshire's rugged beauty is on full display. To begin our adventure, we made our home at Lafayette Place Campground, nestled in the heart of Franconia Notch State Park. From this peaceful base camp, we set out to explore scenic mountain vistas, sparkling lakes, rushing waterfalls, historic covered bridges, and the spectacular Flume Gorge. Join us as we discover some of New Hampshire's most unforgettable sights in part one of our White Mountains adventure. Just a short walk from our campsite, the Lonesome Lake Trail invited us into the heart of the White Mountains. Come along as we hike through a beautiful forest to the peaceful shores of Lonesome Lake, one of New Hampshire's most scenic and rewarding destinations. At first, the trail wound gently through a beautiful forest, making for an easy and enjoyable start to our hike. But that peaceful beginning was about to take an unexpected turn. Before I knew it, I had wandered off the trail and was scrambling up a steep, rocky slope, convinced I was heading toward Lonesome Lake. After hearing Skip calling my name, he finally found me climbing through the woods. Thankfully, I was at least headed in the right direction, even if I wasn't on the trail. Back on the trail once again, we continued climbing through the forest. Soon the sign pointing to Lonesome Lake came into view, a welcome sign that meant our destination was finally close at hand. The lake lies along the legendary Appalachian Trail, where thousands of through hikers and day hikers pass each year. On the far shore stands the historic Lonesome Lake Hut, a popular overnight stop that has welcomed Appalachian Trail hikers for generations. After a peaceful night at Lafayette Place Campground, it was time for our next White Mountain adventure as we headed to Loon Mountain, where forest trails gave way to breathtaking views high above New Hampshire. We rode the scenic gondola to the summit, where miles of spectacular White Mountain scenery unfolded in every direction. One of New Hampshire's premier year-round destinations, Loon Mountain also offers hiking trails and an observation tower with panoramic views that make it a must-visit stop in the White Mountains. At the summit, we discovered scenic hiking trails where we could breathe in the crisp mountain air and soak up the spectacular fall colors stretching in every direction. But the adventure didn't end with the views. Tucked among the rocky summit are the fascinating glacial caves, where winding passages lead to one of Loon Mountain's most memorable features, the famous Lemon Squeezer, a narrow rock passage that adds a fun challenge to the experience. The Lemon Squeezer is one of Glacial Cave's signature attractions. This tight passage between towering boulders offers a fun, unforgettable challenge as you carefully make your way through. After squeezing through the rocks and exploring the glacial caves, we set out for one final highlight at the summit. Come climb Herbert's observation tower with us for one of the best views in New Hampshire. As each level reveals more of the landscape, the excitement builds until you're rewarded with an unforgettable 360-degree panorama of the White Mountains. Rugged peaks, colorful forests, sparkling lakes, and sweeping valleys stretch to the horizon, with many of New Hampshire's famous 4,000-foot peaks visible on a clear day. It's one of those places that makes you want to pause, soak it all in, and experience the beauty of the Granite State for yourself. The next day, we set out to explore the incredible natural beauty of Franconia Notch State Park. Our first stop was one of its most fascinating natural features, the Basin. Carved by thousands of years of rushing water, this remarkable granite pothole has been sculpted into a smooth, bowl-shaped pool that continues to amaze visitors today. It's the perfect introduction to the rugged beauty and fascinating geology that makes Franconia Notch State Park so unforgettable. As impressive as the Basin was, there was even more to discover just around the bend. Leaving behind the smooth, sculpted beauty of the Basin, we continued to nearby Liberty Gorge, where Liberty Brook tumbles through a narrow granite chasm. Its waterfalls, moss-colored cliffs, and rugged scenery create one of Franconia Notch's most spectacular and often overlooked natural highlights. After the excitement of Liberty Gorge, the trail took on a quieter pace as we continued deeper into Franconia Notch. Soon we arrived at the pool, where the rushing waters slow and swirl into a deep, crystal-clear basin beneath towering granite walls. It's a peaceful contrast to the power of Liberty Gorge and another beautiful example of nature's artistry in Franconia Notch. As beautiful as the pool was, the best was still to come. Our next stop was the spectacular Flume Gorge, one of New Hampshire's most breathtaking natural wonders. Join us as we wander along boardwalks beneath towering granite walls, feel the cool mist from cascading waterfalls, cross charming covered bridges, and discover a landscape sculpted by glaciers and rushing water over thousands of years. You won't want to miss the flume. After exploring the dramatic cliffs, waterfalls, and boardwalks of Flume Gorge, we were ready for a quieter side of Franconia Notch. Echo Lake is a beautiful and peaceful spot. Its crystal clear waters reflect the surrounding mountains, making it the perfect place to relax, enjoy the scenery, and experience the natural beauty of New Hampshire's White Mountains. After enjoying the peaceful beauty of Echo Lake, it was time to experience the White Mountains from a whole new perspective. One of Cannon Mountain's biggest attractions is the Cannon Mountain Aerial Tramway, the first passenger aerial tramway in North America. The scenic ride carries visitors high above the forest to the 4,080-foot summit, where an observation tower offers breathtaking panoramic views of Franconia Notch, the surrounding White Mountains, and on a clear day, even neighboring states. Whether you're here for the views, hiking, or simply the unforgettable tram ride, Cannon Mountain is a destination you won't want to miss. Long before today's modern tramway carried visitors to Cannon Mountain's summit, these original tram cars made the journey. Beginning in 1938, the Lafayette and its twin, the Lincoln, carried generations of passengers high above Franconia Notch, creating unforgettable memories along the way. Standing beside one of these historic cars, you can't help but wonder about the countless adventures and breathtaking first views it helped to inspire over the decades. Some athletes chase medals. Bode Miller chased the mountain itself. Known for his fearless style and incredible speed, he pushed the limits on every run, never afraid to take risks that others wouldn't. His remarkable career is filled with unforgettable victories, heartbreaking setbacks, and a determination that continues to inspire. What made Bode Miller one of the most exciting skiers the world has ever seen? Let's take a closer look. Just a few miles from Cannon Mountain, a young Bode Miller discovered the slopes that would shape his future. With a fearless spirit, incredible skill, and a determination to push the limits, he went on to become one of America's greatest alpine skiers, earning 5 Olympic medals and changing the sport with his innovative style. Standing here, it's easy to imagine where the journey of a hometown legend first began. Before high-speed chairlifts carried skiers up the mountain, adventures often began aboard machines like this historic ski-mobile. For decades, it slowly climbed the snowy slopes of Mount Cranmore, carrying excited passengers toward unforgettable days on the mountain. Standing beside it today, you can't help but wonder what those first rides were like, and imagine the anticipation of seeing New Hampshire's winter beauty unfold with every climb. After taking in the incredible views from Cannon Mountain, we headed back into Franconia Notch to explore a few more of its hidden treasures. Just before reaching the Sentinel Pine-Covered Bridge, we stopped at Wolf's Den, a narrow passage formed by giant glacial boulders. Those willing to crawl and squeeze through the rocks of the Wolf's Den are rewarded with one of Flume Gorge's most unique and memorable experiences. As for us, we decided to let someone else do the squeezing. Leaving Wolf's Den behind, another iconic landmark awaited just around the bend. The Sentinel Pine-Covered Bridge is one of the highlights of Flume Gorge in Franconia Notch State Park. Built in 1939, this charming wooden bridge spans the Pemigewasset River, or the Pemi as the locals call it, offering beautiful views of rushing water, rugged granite cliffs, and the timeless beauty of the White Mountains. Just a short distance away, another historic covered bridge awaited us, one with an even longer history. Built in 1886, the historic Pemigewasset Covered Bridge has welcomed visitors to Franconia Notch for well over a century. Its bright red timbers stand out beautifully against the surrounding forest as it spans the crystal clear Pemi, creating one of the park's most picturesque and enduring landmarks. Leaving the historic covered bridge behind, our journey through the White Mountains continued with another step back in New Hampshire's past. Step back in time at the Russell-Colbath House, a beautifully preserved 1830s homestead along our route. Once a family home, post office, and stop for travelers, it now offers a fascinating glimpse into the lives of New Hampshire's early mountain settlers. Come inside with us as we explore this beautifully preserved historic home and discover what life was like for New Hampshire's early mountain settlers. Come upstairs with us and step back in time. After stepping back in time inside the house, we headed outside to admire the homestead and its peaceful surroundings. Join us now as we take a look around the outside of this historic house. Built in the 1830s, this beautifully preserved homestead offers a glimpse into life in New Hampshire's White Mountains nearly 2 centuries ago. From its classic New England architecture to its peaceful forest setting, every corner tells a story of the families and travelers who once called this place home. Let's enjoy the easy stroll that's a half-mile loop through the heart of the Swift River Valley. Along the way, we'll discover the remains of a once thriving farming and logging community, cross scenic footbridges, and visit a peaceful family cemetery that offers a glimpse into the area's rich history. As we continued along the loop, the trail followed the crystal clear Swift River, where rushing water, smooth granite ledges, and the peaceful sounds of nature created one of the valley's most beautiful settings. It was a perfect way to end our walk through this remarkable historic site, a place where New Hampshire's history and natural beauty come together in an unforgettable fashion. With our journey through New Hampshire's history complete, it was time to immerse ourselves in the peaceful beauty of the White Mountains once again. From here, we followed the Lovequist Loop, an easy forest trail that winds through towering evergreens before leading to beautiful views of Falls Pond. This peaceful mountain lake is where the Swift River slows beneath the trees, creating a quiet retreat in the heart of the forest. Leaving the peaceful waters of Falls Pond behind, we continued along the Kancamagus Highway to another scenic stop, Rocky Gorge. Here, a sturdy footbridge spans the rushing water as it flows through the gorge and eventually joins the Swift River. Leaving Falls Pond behind, we continued to another popular natural attraction, Lower Falls. Here, crystal clear water tumbles over smooth granite ledges into emerald pools, creating a peaceful mountain oasis. Whether you're cooling off on a summer day or enjoying the brilliant colors of fall, it's an unforgettable stop in New Hampshire's White Mountains. After enjoying the refreshing beauty of Lower Falls, we continued our drive to the charming mountain town of Albany. This small town is surrounded by the White Mountain National Forest, and is a perfect base for discovering crystal clear rivers, scenic waterfalls like Sabbaday Falls, and some of the region's most beautiful hiking trails. Sabbaday Falls is one of New Hampshire's most beautiful waterfalls. Here, water rushes through the narrow Granite Gorge, carving smooth potholes and swirling pools before cascading over a series of rocky ledges. It's an easy hike with a big reward, making it a very popular stop. Every beautiful place has a story, and Sabbaday Falls is no exception. Local legend says road workers finished their final day of work here on the Sabbath day, eventually shortened to Sabbaday, before heading home for the winter. They never returned, but the name has remained for generations. Leaving the beauty of Sabbaday Falls behind, we continued along the highway to another New Hampshire treasure, the Albany Covered Bridge, one of the route's most charming and iconic landmarks. Originally built in 1858, this classic wooden bridge has carried travelers across the swift river for more than 160 years. Today, it remains one of the most photographed and beloved landmarks along New Hampshire's famous highway. Surrounded by the beauty of the White Mountain National Forest, it's a favorite stop for photographers, especially in autumn, when brilliant fall colors transform the landscape into one of New England's most spectacular scenes. As we left the beauty of the White Mountain National Forest behind, our journey brought us to the charming town of Conway, the perfect place to conclude the first part of our New Hampshire adventure. But there's still so much more to discover in the Granite State. Join us next time as we continue exploring scenic railroads, mountain vistas, historic landmarks, and more unforgettable places across beautiful New Hampshire. Before you go, we'd love to hear from you. What was your favorite place we visited in New Hampshire? Let us know in the comments.
Walk with me. Let's leave the past behind. Walk with me. There's something else we need to find.